Hello, welcome to the second part of the use case series. The first one was for event organizer. The second one, this part, is for club owners like a fitness club, a spa, or similar approach, or even a zoo could be a part of this. And we are going to explain and discover the options that might be very useful and helpful for club owners and even zoos and similar institutions. These kind of institutions or organizations are looking for tickets, but not for a one-time shot. Often you're looking for a ticket that can be used more than one, like a membership card for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months or more, to redeem a ticket 5 times or something like this. Selling a ticket that automatically generates more tickets and so on. For these people is this small video. So let's jump right into this. Before I go there into the options, one thing, it might be very useful also to watch the first part, even if you're not an event organizer, because in the first video I'm talking also about some other options that might be helpful and useful for your use case. This is more a general approach. If you say, yes, I'm a fitness club owner, a spa owner, and to have the first setup done. So everything is installed, you have your plugin up and running. You maybe have already the premium version, what I always recommend, of course, and everything is activated. Let's jump into the options. So let's go here. The display option is for everybody the same, but I explained this in this video again. You can set up your own date format and your own time format, so that this is the way how it's printed on the ticket. Everything that is toward your customers will use these display options, so that you are able to define the date depending on your environment in your country and on your regional settings. You can set this up here. I'm using the PHP function for this date, and that's why you can use also the format, the year, month, and so on, and the same for the time. Then we have 2 options to display additional columns within the admin area. Display the column with the information how often the ticket is redeemed. Could be interesting. Then just activate this, but be aware that this might slow down a little bit your environment, your system, because the information is not stored in the database of the plugin, but retrieved from the order directly. Except the redeemed information, it's stored in the ticket, but there's no database field for this. So we need first to open the ticket and then retrieve the information. So this is also not very, very fast. But in case you need it, here, activate this, and it will be available within the admin area of the plugin. You can display the name of the buyer. Say after the list is loaded for your data table, then I'm loading also the information of the buyer, and this can be very slow, and that's why this note is here. Then access control to the area. And basically, if you leave it like it is, no problem. You don't need to activate this in here. WordPress is watching this anyway, and you need to have management options to access the event ticket, or to be at least close to this, that you can write the post and so on. And then you can activate and change this value in here. No matter what you're doing, the administrator role has always access to everything. This means to this area, to the ticket scanner. So you cannot close yourself out. It's basically more for other people in your company, in your environment. You have the ticket scanner. You can allow only specific people or everybody to access the ticket scanner. The same here. Basically, it makes no sense for people to scan the tickets and redeem them, so you can leave it open. It doesn't matter, but it's often requested that you want to block it. Here it is. You just choose the role that is allowed to do this, and then you can block this. In case you want to have more and more people to use the ticket scanner from your side, you can also use the out token. The ticket scanner can scan an out token. Let's jump really fast into this. And you can create out tokens here. You edit them, and once they're set, the people open the ticket scanner in their mobile browser and then scan this out token here. And this is just with the ticket scanner URL in case they want to jump somewhere. Most of the time, this QR code is the right one. This QR code will be stored then in their browser, in the session, cookie session, or on the browser mobile storage system. And they are sending this out information always with the operation they are doing with the ticket scanner, and the system will allow access or not. You can deactivate this, you can delete this, of course, and so on. Going back to the options. Then you see all the options in one page. In the future, maybe we're going to change this to speed this up a little bit. And we have already more than 200 options. I added a quick menu here. These are the captions to jump directly to the section, and it's still growing. So what can you do for your system? You can allow only the logged in users to use the ticket scanner. Maybe that's a good idea. So then you save, only logged in people can go there. You don't need the role, or you choose the role additional or the out token. Allow redeem ticket only if it's paid. This is something I strongly recommend. Otherwise, you redeem tickets that are not paid, and you review tickets that are not paid yet. And the chances high that you let somebody in without them having paid. In case you give them the card and you allow access and you charge them only at the end of the year or monthly, then do not check this, and then you are able to redeem already the ticket, and the redeem counter is increasing than the redeemed operations. Count each ticket scan with the ticket scanner as confirmed status. This typically is done if you use the ticket validator. It's not something that you should use. It's just an option for your users that they can scan the ticket or they enter the ticket number, and then they can check if it's still valid or not. I don't have that much use case for this. It's just there. You can use it. I don't see the benefit of this, but you can use it in case you have it. But you can activate this, especially if you just scan the tickets. Maybe you want to count how often it was scanned, then activate this checkbox, and then that's it. By the way, if you activate this or deactivate this, choose something, there is no save button. It will be immediately stored on your system, and you can use your environment and check if the desired output is available. For almost everything you're doing, you can open the PDF or the ticket detail view of any ticket. You change the options and you just reload the browser, and the information will be always retrieved from your server with the latest information. This is also for your product. Your product is your ticket, and if you change the information on your product, the changes are reflected also on the tickets immediately. The information is not stored yet to the ticket, but retrieved always live from the ticket. Then you can display the status check on the ticket scanner view, if it's confirmed or not. The validation counter is displayed also. You can count it and you can display it on the ticket scanner. All the informations that are not visible on the ticket scanner are visible for you within the admin area of the plugin. If you open the detail view of the ticket, click on the plus symbol to open the interline screen for each row, and then you will see this information also, and you can change this there too. If you allow access, this is more if you're an event organizer, then you could use this to not let them in too early also. Do not store the chosen CAM device. This is a feature that allows you to lose the information which camera you choose. If you use a mobile phone, you have typically two cameras, back and front camera, and to make it faster for you, the plugin is storing the information and tries to reopen the camera. Sometimes this gives you an issue, you have problems with this, then just activate this and the information is not stored. On the ticket scanner itself, at the bottom, there's also a button always available where you can clean the stored information, then reload the browser, and you will choose again the camera. So the WooCommerce ticket sale, you have the option for URL path. The URL path is used only in cases you want to manipulate the URL for the ticket detail view, because you think it's nicer to be this way. If you do this, then please make sure that this path within your URL is not existing already. This means there is no post or no page that is exactly the same, otherwise it will not work. The trick behind this is the plugin, if this is set, will listen to the missing page and then analyze the URL that was called, and if the URL matches this URL path, it will show the ticket detail view. And you can use this if you have issues with the ticket detail view because it's not displayed. Then this is also very helpful. Just try this out. Maybe it will work. Then some themes and some plugins are preventing deep links into a plugin folder, and then the ticket detail view wouldn't work if you don't use this one. Or you use the compatibility mode in case you have also the problem with the 404. And if you see 404 errors, then you can try to activate the compatibility mode, and then the compatibility mode will change the URL to the PDF or to the calendar file or to the ticket detail view. That way that it's no longer / ticket number, but it will be / and then the parameter will be added to the URL, like code equal the ticket number. This is also to fight against issues if you have them opening the ticket detail view. Please try this out with the test buy and then click on the links. If they're working, it's fine. If not, you can use and play with these compatibility modes. Some themes are injecting themselves in between, and if your customer is downloading the PDF ticket, sometimes they don't get this. It's an error or so, and then they're maybe using the OB, this is a caching algorithm provided with PHP, and they are opening the OB cache, but they're not able to close it because once the PDF is generated, the plugin is exiting the code and sending the information to the browser. And if you have problems, you can activate to close all the OB open and flush them, but this is a little bit slow on your system. So if your system is not very fast and you really don't need it, don't activate it. Otherwise you will experience maybe a slightly delay in the execution. So do not show the redeem button. Depends what you want to do. The default is it's visible on the ticket detail view, the redeem button, so your customer can redeem their tickets by themselves. This is more helpful for online solutions, or if you want to track with a third-party solution something, then you can activate this. You keep it activate, and you can use a webhook at the end. There are webhooks possible, and you can have a webhook set for the redeem operation and maybe activating additional information, plugins, features or so. Then this is a good combination if they're redeeming their tickets by themselves. This is just a label. You can add the label, so this will be prefixed for before the ticket number within the email, so that they understand, okay, this is my ticket number. Otherwise there may be riddling, what could this number be. Hide the PDF download button on the ticket detail view, and then the download button is just not visible on the ticket detail view, and that's it. Here's a demo ticket. with just some small informations, and then this is the download PDF button. You have the download calendar file, download ticket badge. You can hide the buttons in case you need this. That's what I'm talking about right now for this option. Then display the order detail link view with all tickets in one page in the purchase order email. This is a special link where they can open the order detail view. I strongly recommend this for event organizers. For you as a club owner, it's maybe not needed. Typically, the people are buying just one ticket to enter the spa, the club, the fitness club, whatever you're running. So the order detail view is not really helpful, or at least I don't know if you can use it. In case you want to use it, it's more for fast entrance. If they buy 4 tickets, then the ticket order detail view, let me show you this. It looks like this. In this case, it's only 1 ticket. If you have more tickets, they are just below, and they can click on this. The QR code is visible, and they can scan faster for the entrance in case they have 4 tickets or so. For clubs, maybe makes not that much sense. So you can remove this and display the ticket order detail view on the checkout page. So if you want to allow them, you can add this also on the checkout page. Again, for clubs, it's not really important. I wouldn't activate them. This display all tickets in one PDF. The same approach for clubs. Basically, they buy always 1 ticket, so they don't need this all in one page. So I would also not activate this, and it's not visible then on the email and also not on the checkout page. These are the 2 options here. And this is an example where it would be located. This is after the checkout is done, and then you have the download PDF ticket all in one. If you have bought 5, then you will see all of them in one PDF ticket. And if you open this, click on this, then this is the order detail view I just showed you a few minutes ago. Go back. Then display all tickets in one PDF. That's we just discussed. Hide the PDF download button. If you don't need this, you can hide this for a club. Basically, they don't need the ticket. I would recommend maybe to go with the ticket badge, so they have a small membership card or something like this. Hide the ticket detail page link on the purchase order email. Same approach. You can hide this information. I would activate this, not activate this. I would let this information in there so they have at least an email with all the informations they might need in the future to prove, yes, I'm a member, here's my number, please check this. And then you can use this. And there are some labels. You saw this download tickets, download PDF ticket, and open tickets. These are the labels for the links above. Yeah. You can choose, when the ticket is assigned. This is really important to understand. And the ticket is not immediately generated by default. It's only processing and completed. In case you want to have it already on the pending payment, on hold, it might make sense for pending payment. In your case, for a club, you just wait 1 week, and if they're still not paying, then maybe you revoke, cancel, refund, or close the ticket. Totally up to you. But if the ticket is added to an order, then this status of the order will be taken in consideration, and only if the selected options is available or is right now on the ticket, then the ticket will be assigned to it. Once it's assigned, it's not removed, except you activate the option. We are talking about this later in the option list. You can also remove the tickets again if you change the status. Let's say you do a cancel, then you can remove the tickets number again from the order itself. Attach the PDF to the purchase email. Maybe a good idea. Then they have it at least once, and you can add this. It's a premium feature. If you don't have it, still the link is available, and they can click on the link and then download the PDF. Attach all PDF as single one. This is not really helpful for you, since again it's typically only 1 ticket is sold or 1 member card. And you see, you can change the labels. You don't need to call it tickets. It can be called membership card or similar something, what fits more your business. Attach the PDF premium feature. If you want to attach them, then you can choose at what email it should be attached. Again, please make sure they are connected. If the ticket is not available, it cannot be attached. So if you go with processing order to customer, but you don't activate the processing, then this has no effect because the ticket number is not available. It will not be attached. You can manipulate the PDF, look and feel, the font size. You can choose the font family in case you're located in a region where you have different kind of letters, not the Latin letters. Then you can choose any font from this drop down here that are coming with the PDF library. And as an example, this here for Japan, the Japan letters are also included. And then you will see the specific letters also on your PDF. Otherwise, there will be just boxes or question marks or something like this. Again, if you open the PDF for your first dry run, then you can inspect everything is fine. Otherwise, just experiment with the fonts here or look them up on the internet. The default is Deja Vu. Son. It looks very nice, close to Helvetica, and for the most use cases, it's perfect. Just with Asian letters, Arabic letters, sometimes you have issues. Then choose another one, and you will see if it works or not. In case you display specific information that is also added by yourself or by the customer, then you can decide if you want to strip HTML or not. If you have issues that the PDF, the ticket is not working, you can experiment with this debugging mode, and then all the HTML tags are rendered as visible HTML tags. And if you see them with activating modus here, then it's clear that you need to remove the unsupported HTML feature to get rid of these elements. The PDF library I'm using is not able to render all the HTML tags that are out there. Some of them are not rendered correctly, so you need to remove them. And the library is also very strict. If you have HTML tags in your short description or so, and they're not 100% correctly strict, closed and opened, then the engine will not be able to render the PDF. Could also be a reason why your PDF is not visible. And then inspect please the HTML representation of the information you want to display, and often it can be fixed really fast or removed at all. And then display product variant name. If you have variants for your tickets, for your products, you can activate this in here. It's more for circus or so. If you have at the same day more than one event, you can use variants for the time, and then you can activate this. For clubs, makes no, I wouldn't say it makes sense. Yeah, I have no use case in my mind. For clubs, I would deactivate this. Not displaying the short description depends on your information. You have also on the product level a small text field where you can add additional information for your customers. It will be added on the ticket also. So you can go with the short description, and both is possible. Display the customer note in case it's needed. You can activate this or not. Totally up to you, depending how you're selling your tickets. Hide the customer name and address on the ticket. You can add this on the badge later also, but it's up to you if you want to hide it. This feature is more interesting for events. Hide the payment method on the ticket maybe makes sense, so that your employees are not able to see immediately how they paid for the entrance or for the membership card. Maybe it's a good idea to hide the payment information, and also to hide maybe the ticket price. You can always look them up in your order, but then at least you don't see how much they paid. If you sell the same service with different prices. Display the purchased item. It's more for event. You can have additional items on the order, like beverage, locker or so. And then you could display them also on the ticket and of course on the badge too. And for clubs, I would say maybe not interesting. Yeah, so remove this then. You can leave it here. If they do not have additional items, they will not be printed on the ticket anyway. But maybe you're selling some stuff additional to the ticket, and then it would be ugly to see some additional products they just purchased together with the ticket or the membership card. Display the quantity of the purchase item. If they buy more than one, then they will see 4, 3, depending how much they bought, and the number will be printed also on the ticket. For events, it's helpful. They see, okay, there are 4 tickets. For people are entering now. Display the ticket list name. Each ticket number is organized in a list. You have to assign the list to the product, and you can display also the list name if it makes sense. And you can also display the list description in case you have different lists for different products. Could make sense. The ticket position and ticket amount, this label is used for the quantity of the purchase ticket. So if this is activated here, the quantity, then this sentence will be printed on the ticket. And this position will be automatically replaced and this placeholder with the total amount also. Display the registered information of the user. If you ask for a user value, you can print this on the ticket by activating this here. Maybe it's more for events, but maybe you need this feature too. Hide amount redeemed tickets within the ticket scanner. Yes, for a club I would recommend doing this. Typically you go with expiration date or the total amount of redeem operations, and then you can remove this. Otherwise they will see every time a new number if they check the ticket detail, and it just grows. Hide your WordPress name, your blog description and your WordPress URL. Up to you if you want to hide this. It could make sense to have the WordPress URL and the WordPress name on your ticket. Yeah, but if the space is not enough and you want to keep it on one page, maybe you remove them. You can add some informations like images to your ticket. You have a logo that's at the bottom of the PDF ticket. You have the banner that will be on the top of the ticket itself. I can show you how it looks like. Let's say download the PDF ticket, and then we will see the look and feel of a possible demo ticket. You see the banner is at the top, the logo is at the end, and then the information here, the payment details and so on. Just some small informations. You can have also a background image, will be added in here. Interesting maybe to attach an additional information to the ticket. This could be your legal notes, the housekeeping information, the order you would love to share with your customers. Then you can attach a PDF here from your media library, and this will be attached to your ticket itself. Then the labels can be translated that are visible here on the ticket and on the ticket detail page. All are available in here, and sometimes I'm offering placeholders, and if the placeholder is offered, it will be also in the description text. Copy paste this and add this in there like here. And you see you can also use simple HTML tags like bold, italic and so on, but don't make it too complicated. A lot of the HTML tags are not supported, and then it just looks ugly. Ticket redirect. You can, once they're scanning their ticket number on the validator, they could be redirected for clubs. I don't see the need here. This is more for online shops. They maybe want to offer a download or some additional information about the venue or event. You have the opportunity to use the event flyer. It's on the product detail view. There's a button to download this, and you just activate some options. You can also add the images like we discussed. This would be the background image. And then the calendar file for club owners, not so very useful. It's basically just the event information will be also attached as an event calendar file, and they can with one click add this to their application, calendar application. User profile, interesting for a club. You could activate these features, and then your customer, if they have the possibility to log into your system, they will see this on their user profile, the information, the number of redeemed information, some additional values, or the ticket number itself, and also URL that is clickable to see the detail of the ticket itself. Maybe in your case, then deactivate this. Here's the ticket badge. The ticket badge can be attached also to the purchase email, and the ticket badge in your case could be the membership card, your club card. You can change the download link that is placed within the email or on the ticket detail view. You can attach this in the emails as a download link, and this will be the label then for the button. You can show it on the ticket detail view page. You can attach this. Attach means it will be a PDF they can immediately download and print. And you can attach all the ticket badges if they buy more than one ticket. In your case, for this use case, I would say don't use this. They have to be single. It's much better than for this. Here you design the ticket badge. You give him the size in millimeters. And then you can use a simple HTML to create basically your badge. And some pre-information is in there. The loop information can be used there. And all the elements that can be used, the placeholders are listed below. You see there are a lot of options that can be used by you. And you can design basically your membership card. If you add a URL, an image tag, with the URL pointing to the image, you can use absolute URLs pointing to somewhere in the internet to download the image. The image will be downloaded and added to the ticket badge automatically, and they have it also for sponsor logos or similar. The logo. This is something I would activate, and the ticket badge. The validator form, in your case, not really helpful. It's just that they can check the ticket numbers. In this case, it makes no sense, since they also can only check the normal ticket number, not the public ticket number. The difference between the normal ticket number and the public ticket number is that the public ticket number has additional information, so it's much harder for people outside to guess the ticket number, and they cannot steal the ticket numbers. It contains the order ID, it contains the ticket number, and it contains the timestamp. So if you reuse the ticket that was removed from an order because you cancelled the order, then the ticket number maybe is already known, but not the public ticket number. So the order ID needs to be guessed, and also the timestamp. So it's much more difficult for them. You have some validation messages, all for the ticket validator, not useful in your use case. Logged in user only. This is if they want to validate. Same, it's for the ticket number validator. Not really useful. To be honest, this is the ticket plugin is coming from the serial plugin, another plugin I have, and there it makes sense to check the serial numbers, and it was just added to this ticket because they're sharing the same code base, but it's absolutely not useful for tickets at all, but it's there. You can track the IP if you want, who downloaded the file and so on. It's just a little bit more information. If you want to use this, feel free to activate this, but you need maybe to update your website that the people understand that you're tracking this with all the privacy protection laws that are out there all over the world. There's a protection IP blocker. In case you're afraid that a lot of people are doing brute force attacks on your validator, you can activate this in here. But again, if you're not using the validator, you don't need the IP blocker. You have the user redirect. This is basically to redirect the user once they're validating their own ticket. If you don't use the validator, in your case it makes no sense, then there is no redirect option in here. The webhooks, I mentioned this, you can activate the webhooks and inform your third-party services. You want to inform about different options. Many of them are connected to the ticket validator form, but some of them might be interesting for you, like the redeem operation. Then you can point to another service and let the service count how often they are redeemed, or you want to activate something special. Then just enter your URL. You can use placeholders to build your URL. These are the placeholders that can be used, and there are much more. If you click on the link, it will scroll down and you will see a lot of possible options that you can use to build your URL. WooCommerce product ticket assignment. This option is interesting. Clear the ticket number if the order was deleted, cancelled, or refunded. That's what I mentioned before. If you want to activate this, I would do this. It makes sense. Then the ticket will be removed. Otherwise, you're just creating empty dead tickets that can never be used because the order was cancelled or deleted or refunded. You can activate to reuse these tickets that are sent back to the code list or ticket list, and then just activate this, and before the ticket is generating a new ticket, it will try to take a ticket number that is not used, and then just activate this. In case you want to create ticket numbers up front, that's totally okay. You can create ticket numbers unlimited if you're a premium customer up front and let them go into a ticket list, and then activate this here to use this upfront created ticket numbers that are not assigned already to an order. Do not print a ticket number CVV. It's not, in your case, it doesn't make sense, except you want to sell them pre-printed. This requires that you're creating the ticket numbers upfront, and you can add to each ticket number a CVV number similar to your credit card. And this number don't need to be added on the ticket itself. Do not print the ticket number on the PDF invoice. The PDF invoice is a plugin for WooCommerce that is generating a PDF that contains an invoice. We are just supporting only one plugin, and we are injecting then the information to this plugin itself. Do not put the ticket in the email to the customer at all. It's possible that you don't mention the ticket itself completely to the customer. It makes no sense. I would always let it like it is, unchecked, so that your customer is aware that they received the ticket and they have the information. Would make sense to have them. If you don't activate this, the ticket number is not printed. Set the ticket number formatter. You can apply a format on a global level, like here. And you can override this on the ticket list, and you can override this again on the product itself. The product wins always, then the ticket list, and then the global setting. And the global setting allows you a prefix for the ticket number. You can let the system know how many letters you need. You can exclude some letters. The I, L, O, P, Q, these are letters that are difficult to read depending on the font. The I and the L and the number 1 could look exactly the same on specific fonts. You can have uppercase, lowercase, or both. If you choose both, then you will be able to generate more ticket numbers with the limited amount of letters you decided up here. Do you need numbers? Just decide. You can delimit the ticket number. The ticket number is stored always in a normal view without the delimiter for you, and for the user with the display code. And this means the delimiter is visible. And you can decide after how many letters should the delimiter be added. Yeah. In this case, we have 3 blocks with 7 digits. Display the ticket number to your logged in user. If they're logged in, you can use this shortcode here to create a page or to add this to a page, and then this information will be replaced with the exact information that is also on the profile if you activate this. But you cannot deactivate the options here. If you add this, all the information is visible there. Then you have the QR code. This is for scanner systems outside my plugin. In case you have a system that needs to be informed, you can totally use your own scanning solution. You don't need the ticket scanner, the web-based ticket scanner that is provided with the plugin. And if you want to do this, you can add the information here. And then you create basically the whole content of the QR code. This is the default content. This can be used with the ticket scanner provided with this plugin. If you change this content and activate this feature, then the ticket scanner is provided with the plugin no longer able to help you. It cannot scan this. It doesn't understand what's in there. So this is really for external systems you might want to use, and the QR code is only scanned by you, and the operations are done only on your system. The redeem operation cannot be executed. You have to do this by yourself then. You can add this image here, the URL for the QR image, sorry. And if you add this URL in there, you can use then placeholders. Then the QR code will be available only on the admin area. If you want a QR code with a specific URL you want to put on a flyer, on a poster or somewhere, then you can add a URL in here, and this will be then printed as a content in the URL. Let me show you this. It would be here. So in the admin area, if you open this detail information, and then you have the normal display QR code, and this is with the public ticket number. This is just with the normal ticket number, cannot be used on the ticket scanner. This is for the ticket scanner, the built-in one. And this is the button to open the QR code with a specific URL you entered on the options. Great, so this could be interesting for you. Use your QR content, then activate this, and then you need to use your own scanner and your own software to understand what the content what you can do with the content in here. Again, you have all the placeholders, and if you click here, you see much more possibilities. Attach the QR code image as a purchase email. It will be attached this one or the normal one, not the one here. This is never attached. This is always only in the admin area visible for now. You can attach this as a PDF. You can attach this as an email. In your case, it makes no sense to have them because maybe you're going with the ticket or you're going with the ticket badge in there. Attach the QR code purchase email to the as one PDF. If they buy more than one ticket, then all the QR codes in there. This is for events to be faster at the entrance. They open one PDF and scan one page after the other. They're just scrolling instead going back to the email, opening the next attachment, and so on. This is interesting for you. Expiration and validity. You can activate this, and if you sell tickets on a global level, you can override this, of course, on the ticket list, and you can override this on the product level. You can add expiration. How many days is the ticket valid once first time it was activated? You can activate this on the global level, and then the date will be used for a specific date, and then 7 days after this. If it's never expiring, just set it to 0. Set expiration date for old restriction codes too. If you're new here, you don't need this. This is just to help people after this was introduced very late and people already sold tickets, and they could use this to have this applied also to old sold tickets. In case you're running without this and you want to use it later, then you can activate this too. The purchase code immediately. This, if you activate this, then once you're selling the ticket, it's immediately triggered, and in this case it will be valid from now on after the purchase for 7 days. Otherwise, the first time you redeem it, the timer starts for 7 days. Use the end time to set on the product. It's for events useful. In your case, I guess you will go with days instead of the exact time. You can remove the branding. Totally up to you. I would love to have it there so I get more and more customers, and this helps me to improve also this system. So then let's jump to the product itself, what you can change there. So this is a product, a variant product, so we can see a little bit more. You have the flyer here, the download the calendar file, you have the entrance log, you have you can download the logs for this product. Typically for events, it's not really helpful, maybe for clubs. In this case, it's a variable product. You can have simple or variable product. Both are supported, and then in variations. But again, maybe this is more for events. In your case, I guess you go with the simple product. And if you want to immediately have it purchased and everything is sent out, maybe you go with virtual and downloadable. Otherwise, WooCommerce is not moving the order from processing to completed, except you're using an additional plugin for this. So totally up to you. What's interesting is here now the event ticket. You activate this, of course. Then you choose the ticket list for the product. You can add a location or not, depending if you have more than one. Typically for clubs, I would say you leave it open. There's nothing. No start date and no end date. Don't do this, just remove the information or don't enter it at all. It's optional. For clubs, for membership cards, it makes no sense to have this start time. If you have a start date, because you're selling them always at a specific time frame, then it makes sense to have a start date in here, but I wouldn't add the start time. The date is for all variants. If you have variants, clear. Then you can let the system know how often you can redeem the ticket. You can set this to unlimited. With this, let me see if you can, or you can do this here with 300 times. If you sell a ticket that can be very often redeemed, then set the number high enough. 3,000, 10,000. I don't care, because the system is just ignores them and just use them. And where is it? And you go with the expiration here. But I'm jumping ahead. Let's go from top to the bottom. So this is the additional information. You can also use HTML a little bit here for additional information or on the ticket, and then you don't need to display the product. Short description. If you sell a ticket that can be creates more than one, this is multipass for families. You want to create 4 tickets. They buy one product, and they receive 4 tickets. You can add this here, and then the system will generate 4 tickets instead of 1. It's also for events and for theme parks, something like this. Request a value for each ticket. If you activate this, you can make it mandatory, and you can add a label, whatever you like in here. Use the variable count so that the people during the checkout understand this is number 1, this is number 2 if they buy 4 tickets. And you can use this for whatever you need, t-shirt size or something like this. The default is asking for a name. This is also more an event option, very useful for events, because you have the name typically with the order for your membership card. You can override the format. for the ticket number here again, and then you can add the expiration here. The expiration, it could be 365 days, 30 days, whatever you need. You just type in here, and then the ticket will expire after this amount of days. You can overwrite the images you add maybe on the PDF here, and you can do this also on the ticket list. That's it for the ticket, and I hope this is good enough for the first start. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me via support@vollshot.de. And you have also the documentation. Use it. Now in the next days and next weeks, we are going to push a lot of information to the documentation. Before we were focusing mainly on adding features, and now we need to catch up the documentation. I wish you a great start and a lot of sales. Thank you. Goodbye.